Hello everyone and welcome to a new series we're going to be running on the channel for a while. This is Phantom Doctrine, a Cold War spy thriller. I believe it starts in 1983, so just a tiny bit after I was born actually. We're going to be starting a new game. I've played a little bit to learn the basics of the game, but really we're pretty much going into this blind. So we're going to play a regular game. I don't think we can do extended until we've actually gone through. We'll have it on medium difficulty, we don't need it to be easy. I've done the tutorial. We're not going to have iron mode because I want the ability to save and load at will. Although I'm not sure how I'm going to end up breaking these episodes up. It might end up being one mission per time. It might be fixed time limit. We'll see how we go with it anyway. And who do we want to be? CIA, KGB. I think if we start with CIA. Ricky Jack, no, that's a... Larry, Roger, Alan, Kevin, Bruce Anderson. That's a good name for a guy. Right. Who do we want to be? Man, there's so many good... Jeez, look at that guy's face. Oh my god, right, we're being Prince. We're being Prince, look at that. Actually, I think that's probably going to be best. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so Bruce Anderson death. Oh, I didn't really make it work. Let's do a little bit of customization. So this is actually going to be our main person. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Body type, no, we want him athletic. Hair. Straight up? No, that looks a little bit too much like me. Maybe it was best how we had it. Alright, we'll keep the mullet. Oh my god, oh my god. Slight burns and moustache. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to make this a 70s detective who's just accidentally woken up at the wrong time. So let's randomize these, and that's not bad actually. Tactical gloves. And the polo is not brilliant. That's alright. Let's give him motorcycle gloves. Shoes, hikers, yeah, that's fine. Loose fit jeans, we can do something better than that. Chinos, yeah. I think probably chinos. Could spend so long playing dress up Barbie. Let's try and color coordinate a little bit. Yeah. So, desk jockey. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's alright. And is this the tie color? Yes. Man, these are some horrible ties. Okay, we've got to give him a Panama hat. There's got to be a Panama... There's a Panama hat in it. I love it. Wait, is that, like, his actual hair color in addition? Brilliant. So we can make him slightly graying. A bad dye job. Let's keep it black. Eyewear... You can make Nick Fury like a 70s Nick Fury. Octagonal. Okay, that works. And now we don't want any cigarettes and things. An earpiece might be cool. Okay, we'll just we'll keep the cigarette actually. Tattoos and makeups. We can't actually see them, so I think that'll be fine. We don't want an eye scar or tiger scratch. Where are we going to get a tiger scratch? Now that's fine. All right, let's get this show on the road. You read that, everyone? trust no one. Submarine rises next to the CS Marquis. That's some kind of crate shipping.
This is Golf Yankee Juliet uniform. Reporting contraband seized.
Understood. Break off patrol. Head back to base.
But what did they seize?
HMS Conqueror нарушил радиомолчание.
Что? Показать расшифровку. Побыстрее. Немедленно послать в Москву. Немедленно.
We got intel from Vladivostok. It's big, Steve.
Langley seen it yet?
No. Should they?
Hell yeah, but use the network.
Oh my
We don't
word.
want anyone listening in.
Biggest stereotypes ever around, I
First the
think.
British, and now the Americans. Was there anyone else you wanted to involve in our plans?
I am handling it, Valhalla. Get out. Both of you.
Your incompetence has exposed us. Now Iceberg is in jeopardy.
Doing
What-
all of
what
this
the hell
was
is
your
Iceberg?
idea.
True.
Also, who's this
It was
fool?
a simple plan that any fool could have executed. And you failed.
Gentlemen, this problem is easily solved.
Traitors.
Now, don't shout. It's bad for your heart.
Okay, so they tasered him to death? I guess. Oh my word, that computer is so old. Okay, so we have an unsanctioned raid, codename Whitefish, in Sagoda. We arrive in Pakistan to check up on the alleged nuclear program. We enter the mission area in disguise, but it isn't a foolproof disguise. Keep clear of high-ranking Pakistani troops. Don't engage unless they fire first. Confirm the existence of the phishing device, then evacuate before they know we're here. This seems pretty straightforward. Now, I've had a go at the Russian mission, but this is all a bit new for me from the American
You
side.
really think this Pakistani nuclear program is legit?
Leslie's usually right about these things.
Really? Shit. I bet him $10 it wasn't.
You're a hopeless dreamer.
Okay, so I guess that's our team that's pulled up. Brilliant disguises. We like hazmat team.
Found a nice landing spot. I'll wait here until you call for evac.
Good.
Okay,
Comms to a minimum. Our disguise is pretty thin as it is.
so we have our main person, Deadpan, here, and we have two additional supports, Durand and Canasta. We can't evac yet. Things to note in the game. On every single map, there will be loot that can be collected. There will be classified documents that can be collected. Loot is generally identified by glowing boxes, so we'll want to have a look around for them. And documents are identified by the little holographic thing around the edge of a pamphlet. Looks like we've got some more loot over there as well. More documents there. That will be for deactivating security cameras and things, so we'll want to get in there and do that. Another document over there. How many documents were there? There was 4 documents. And then the map probably extends off this way. We can't zoom out, but we can move up and down between the levels. So we do have a bit of a limited view of the playing field at any one time. So at the moment we are infiltrating. If we do something suspicious while we're infiltrating, they will raise the alarm. Now, suspicious is taking photos of classified documents. It's not going through and looting various boxes and things, despite who may be standing around. So we've got a Model 870 and a pistol suppressor out of that. That's pretty nice, actually. I think we'll run across and we'll grab the other one straight away. Every single person starts with 2 move points and 1 fire point. These are used for doing different actions, whether moving or firing, as you might guess by the cunning name. Let's bring Canaster down here. The little coat hanger symbol indicates we are still in disguise. And as long as no one's watching, we can take a photo of that. But we need to make sure that if there's any guards around like this guy, they're not looking directly at us. What do I want Deadpan to do while that's all going on? I suppose we could go in and get ready for this one. Our actual objective is the sealed area up here. We're going to have to go through what looks like a laser grid to get there, so we're going to want to turn that off. But you can always double check your objectives up in the top left. Out of move points, end turn. So that guard dude is coming back. Now we can always knock him out and like stash him out the way somewhere. But if guards don't report in, then let's move across before. Yeah, he's looking. Oh wait, actually he's not looking directly at us. We may be able to take a photo of this. Just got away with it. We could also shoot him, but I don't want to raise the alarm. Let's do Durand next. Durand, you're going to come in here. What have we got in this room? Now, unless a room has a specific red line around the base, you're not going to set off the alarm by going in. We're in disguise as well, so that's another mitigating factor. But there are areas where you'll end up trespassing if you walk in front of them. So this area is the area that the camera can see, just slightly highlighted on the ground there. Okay, so next turn I'm going to bring Canaster back up this way. We'll get that. Deadpan, you were coming in here. Now there is a guy in here standing right by the documents that we want. So let's stand just behind him, completely subtly, and pretend there's nothing going on. Now, our disguises may not hold up indefinitely, so we don't want to stand around high-ranking officers, as they mentioned. There's 3 guards nearby, so we could like knock this guy out and drag him behind here and gradually take the rest of the people out as well, just to thin it down. But each time a guard doesn't report in, there's a chance of the alarm being sounded. Let's loot this, and then we'll get out of here. Ooh, wow. 2 sparrows and a pistol suppressor. Sparrows are guns. That's a sparrow. Sparrows are very nice gun. I like them. I like them very much. Let's get out of this building. And because there is kind of like a fog of war, if you're not looking directly at someone, they may or may not exist. Right, let's knock this guy out now. So takedown. This takes awareness. Awareness regenerates over time, but it's used for dodging and also specific types of actions. It's measured down here on the bottom left. So we've got 78 awareness, and this is going to take 50.
Why not?
That's 2 of the confidential documents taken care of. We could jump through here. Jump through the window. It won't set off any alarms or anything. But the problem with doing that would be we still don't have anywhere else to go. You're done. Right, we were going to bring you up this way. Let's go round rather than just like walking right through the window. No, fine, you know, just hop through the window, whatever. Now, actually thinking about it, if I eliminate this guy at the back, the more people you eliminate, the less you'll potentially have to face later on, is the thinking behind what I was about to say. You do need to make sure no one sees you doing it, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Right, we're going to stand by this area and
Laser
wait.
barriers. There's definitely something valuable in here.
Get rid of them before you stroll through one.
Disable the laser barriers. Optional. Entirely optional. You can just walk through and set off the alarms, but then we'll be straight into a firefight. The other option is we could try going in through a different way, but I don't think there's any back way. No, there's no ladders up there or anything, so that's only going to be a potential exit point. Okay, Gerard, let's keep you moving to rejoin the rest of the team. And while you're doing that, we'll just check everyone else. Yep, we're all done. He's just patrolling back and forth and back and forth. So it looks like we have some civilians inside. As I mentioned before, if they're not immediately watching what you're doing, then you can do stuff like this. That's 3 out of the 4 classified documents. Where was the last one? Was it? Over here somewhere? It might be in one of the areas that we can't see yet. Fog of War is fun like that. Okay, you're going to have to wait until we can get that disabled. In the meantime... yeah, we're gonna knock this guy out. He's hidden enough. If I do a takedown, he will just fall over.
I read you.
Now, you can hide bodies as well, but hiding bodies is a very specific task, which also takes a fire point as an action.
What's cooking?
Yeah, you're just waiting. Just waiting, or do I get you knocking this guy out and then moving him next turn? You know what, come down here, just to stand slightly in the way. I need you to move out the way. Alternatively, I can just knock the civilian out. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to get 2 people in here. We're going to knock both civilians out at the same time, then disable the thing. That is far more sensible. Right. Abilities. Dispose of body.
Okay.
Totally subtle. He's probably just going to throw it over into the truck. Now on hard difficulty, body disposal isn't available as a skill. But on regular, it is part of the game. So Canasta getting in position. You have to activate these from straight on. You can't do it from the side. Okay, as long as they're looking in opposite directions, we'll be fine. So, deadpan. Let's go to here, see what we can see for these guys now. They're basically facing each other.
I read you.
So you can see the awareness gradually regenerates over time. Different people have got different abilities as well, but we'll go into more of that a bit later. Right, so take down on this guy. And then we can step in and deactivate the laser grid.
I trust this is important.
Well, we may as well just start moving on. We don't need to move these bodies. No one's going to patrol near them.
Yeah?
Okay, Deadpan, come on up.
What the?
Durand, come on up. And Canasta, come on up. Because we're in disguise, we haven't actually triggered any form of suspicion yet. We've been very careful about what we've done. And I like that the game has that element to it, that if you're careful, you can sneak your way through missions. Okay, so this is the sealed off area. Looks like we've got a guard over there, but we're still not in danger of setting off any alarms. Okay, collect additional intel breaching the bunker.
Got a lot of background noise. What's up?
And find proof of the project. Alright, let's achieve the primary objective first.
Traces everywhere, though.
It's there, guaranteed. Keep looking.
Actually, we might see if we can take out this guard first, depending on where he walks and if there's anyone else in the area. Our indicator only showed one guard.
Hey,
Durand, would you do the honours? Now we can actually get Deadpan to come in and hide the body. So with the two of them working together, it all gets done on the same turn. Not suspicious at all. I have no idea where this guy's going to have been hidden. Probably in a crate. Or maybe just under there. Right, so... Actually, you can just get straight in one move. So get in. These just civilians? They're all looking the other way.
Leslie, Bolt totally owes you $10.
Huh.
We've got a reactor and what looks like a fission device.
Then the test is imminent. Get out of there, now.
Copy. We'll save some legwork if we jump over the wall from the roof here. Bolt?
I heard you. Activate your beacon now.
Okay.
Meet you at the LZ.
So, 4 rounds until evac. That seems reasonable.
Exfil incoming.
So collect additional intel breaching the bunker. Yeah, we can do that. Let's get people positioned close. And then next turn we'll do a breach.
Let's cook it.
So with a breach, oh cool, we can get all of them. You select the room. You select the weapon that they're going to use, and it tells you precisely what they're going to end up doing. If we'd already seen the targets, then in fact, let's open the door. Yes, so you can specify the targets. Okay. So we're gonna breach. Deadpan, you're going to move through to the back by the looks of it. Durand, you're going to move just inside to there. Actually, no, you're going to get to there. That's alright, let's just let them do what they're going to do.
Be careful. I have to do a ton of paperwork if you die.
For a second, I almost believed you were worried about us.
Cool. Well, that breach went well. Let's photograph this. And having a look, that's all the loot and all the classified documents. I think let's get back to the door so we're in a better position to evac. And go over this side. Canaster. Alarm raised. Unsuppressed gun has been fired. Now we can, of course, find pistol suppressors and other things which will help us do silent shooting breaches, takedowns, and things like that. But overall, what was that?
Jiminy Christmas.
Deadpan, come in.
Is that a grenade?
We're alive, Leslie.
Oh, good. All I had was static there for a minute. What happened?
The test. It didn't blow us to pieces.
Cold tested. No fissile material.
That's not good.
But they have the technology.
Canaster, get on up. Now, when evacing, you want to make sure you're near the evac point when it arrives. If you wait too long, then it has a risk of exposing your safe house in what's called a danger count.
I read you.
Do we want to do Overwatch? We could do Overwatch just in case anyone comes from behind. Yeah, let's get Overwatch going this way.
Hey,
What the?
Overwatch with a pistol.
what's cooking?
And Overwatch as well, for what it's worth. So we're using all of our fire points in order to set Overwatch as we're retreating, just in case anyone decides they're going to come round the corner. Now, one thing that we haven't really covered is actual shooting, combat, and that side of things. When you are firing at mobs, their awareness is used to dodge, and there's no chance to hit as such. Instead, what you have is you have a... Let's move up to this edge. Instead, what you've got is minimum and maximum damage, and a form of glancing blow is kind of calculated. Can I go up now? Yes, I can. Good. A form of glancing blow is calculated if the target can dodge, and some of that takes into account cover, some of it... Hello, you. Can we blinding laser him? Unable to fire actively. Yeah, that's good.
Uh-huh.
You might be able to take a shot, though. Yeah. So, because he's behind cover, and he's got a reasonable amount of awareness, the number on the left is the maximum damage, and the number on the right is the minimum damage. Now, if we attack with a burst, then it's going to be a couple of shots rather than just the one. Full auto will reduce the awareness of the person and it'll do more damage, but it takes more time to do. So at this stage I'm just going to do a single shot and hope that they dodge to reduce their awareness.
What the?
So that reduced their awareness, so we'll be in a better position to shoot at them next turn. In fact, we're in a better position to shoot at them this turn, but we don't have anyone else who can do a single shot. We do have a frag grenade, though. No, don't. Don't frag our own people. Right, let's see how the enemy moves and responds. So we know there was a couple of guards we left here. There was one patrolling at that point. They are going to start coming towards us and no doubt taking pot shots. And there is our exit vehicle. Okay, we can't quite make it in one single turn. So I want to look at damage mitigation, where we can go where it's going to be safe.
Standing by for orders.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, it's going to be 2 to get to there.
Standing by for orders.
You can get to this hard cover in 2, so let's do that. We want to make progress towards the exit. Now, making a double move like that means we can only do single shots. We can't actually see anyone, but we can put ourselves on overwatch for if anyone steps out. And with a cone like that, that would be pretty good, actually. Durand, if we put you down... Yeah. Both of those take an action to use. What's your throwing arm like, actually? We could step in and maybe throw a frag grenade. Frag grenades are likely to cost us, though. And that's only partial cover, which is not as good. Right, get into the hard cover here. With Deadpan. Single shot, he's not got much awareness, but he does have the cover to give him that defensive bonus. The other option is we could go for a headshot, which will take our awareness, but will pretty much kill him dead. It's a tough call. It does mean we'll be exposing ourselves. But we've got a decent amount of armor. So yeah, pistol, headshot. Nice.
What the?
So that was me gambling on the fact that he didn't have enough awareness left in order to dodge. Durand, you can come down here. We could have just had Durand shooting, but we want to get to this exit before our evac is compromised. And again, taking a single shot is just going to reduce the chap's awareness, which is worthwhile doing. There we go. Brought it down quite significantly. And all it took was a pistol bullet. Here comes the Overwatch shot. Nice job, Canaster. Not the person I thought it was going to be, but that was a solid kill. Standing in the open is very, very dangerous. Oh, actually, maybe it was the person I thought. Did they just move across? Well, either way. So we can exit now, or we can try taking out more people. We've got a little bit of time, but I don't want to, too far beyond effective range. I don't want to stay for the sake of staying. So, let's go. I'm trusting that there's no enemy Overwatch.
What the?
No one has any last visibility. Alright, evac. And that is a pretty successful mission, I'd say. The first mission's always going to be a good introduction, like one step up from the tutorial, but still, we could have been shot, we could have taken damage, and we handled the encounter quite well. So, danger status. This bit here is what I was saying about, it's the amount of heat that gets added to your headquarters and the chance of you getting raided. Agent status, this just covers like how we did on the mission. There's no real score as such. But if we kill civilians, then danger from civilians will go up. If we wait too long, then evac compromise will go up. If our people go missing in action, then the danger from them will go up as well. Good job. So, Leslie, my mentor, asked me to investigate rumours of nuclear research in Pakistan. During our incursion, we witnessed a cold test of a fission device, which means the Pakistani are at most months away from gaining nuclear capability. Somebody had to sell them the technology. And the question is, who? So, from the mission that we just did, we got a Model 870, that's a shotgun, a pistol suppressor, which is great, and a Sparrow. I love Sparrows. They can only really do full auto shots, but they do a lot of damage. We also have a new secret file to start investigating, and 2 new people that we could potentially try and recruit, codename Stuntman and codename Doctor. Also trade contact cleaner, which I'm not sure precisely what that is. We got new perks on Deadpan and Canasta. Durand didn't do enough to gain anything from that. So let's go to the agent dossier and see what we have.
Someone must have told him about our little trip. Put him through.
Agent Deadpan, I regret to inform you an inspection of your operations is imminent.
Why is that?
Hard to be sure, but my money is on the allegations. Sanctioned
Brilliant.
operation in Pakistan.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Leslie isn't your handler anymore. I am. Keep ignoring that, and you'll lose the squad. Fender out.
Fender seems a bit like worried.
From Leslie in operations.
Okay, so each person has a background and some specific trainings and perks. Hidden perks you can uncover by doing various things throughout the game. Perks just generally are training slots, special abilities, things like faster crafting or bonus experience for recon or completely loyal. With the backgrounds and with the various proficiencies, the different training, people get proficiencies for different weapons. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to de-equip everyone's equipment, and I'm going to assign it based on who is best at using what, because these aren't always put out in the most sensible manner. Right, so first of all, our main person, we definitely want the bulletproof vest. The damage threshold is the amount of damage that's immediately removed from any shot you take. So if you're behind cover and you've got a high damage threshold, then that's quite excellent because it's a lot more damage reduction on the hits that you will take. Low profile is probably the best because half cover is all over the place. And I'm guessing at this. This is just from experience playing other similar games. If you want, you can change the training that people have over, but that takes time. So at the moment we've got urban operations, which gives us empath and a couple of pistol proficiencies. It's not particularly great. We could switch for contact tactics or basic firearms drill, and they give other different things. But I'm not going to take people off active duty in order to retrain them at the moment. Instead, let's assign their various... Wait, hang on. Yeah, that's what I want. So, rifle you've actually got proficiency in, and we'll do everyone else. Yeah, you're taking the Sparrow. You may as well take the VZ61 as well, because you've got that. You can take the Estrella. He's called Fortress. Hugo Torres. He's Spanish. He does not look Spanish. And this guy is all about breaching. Let's give him a frag grenade as well. Why not? You've got no specialty. And you've got no specialty. So I think we found our crafter and our analysis person. Right, let's put you on Now we'll carry on assigning people's weapons. Okay. Pistol is a good option for being able to do headshots. I want you to have an actual ranged attack. Let's give you the BM. You can take an AK and a pistol. You can take an AK and a pistol. I've already got the BM. What else do we want? Maybe a pistol. That seems quite reasonable. Okay, so perks. Canaster also has a perk. What are we going to get? Combat sensors increases maximum awareness. Protection from stun effects. Increase overwatch width. I think probably increasing maximum awareness is going to be the best. Maximum awareness is here. If we can get it up to 100, then we can do 2 takedowns. It also just means that we're going to have a lot more flexibility with how quickly we work. And the 2 different contacts. I don't think we need to hire anyone else new. If we hire people, it will increase our danger amount. But yeah, that's not necessary just yet. In the infirmary, no one's injured, nothing's going on. Workshop will allow us to craft things. We are a bit faster at crafting. But other than lockpicks, which would be cool, but there's normally other ways in. I don't think there's anything I really want to craft. Although, actually, Necros, we will get you crafting lockpicks. And who was the... Was Dweller the one that didn't have a thing? Right, Dweller's going into analytics. We need more intel. Right, so the package from Leslie. That was some first-rate espionage work. Talking about mine, of course. Okay, so Leslie gave us the tip for that mission, and we've had a package which contains a secret file on Agir's dossier. So the Beholder Initiative files, we've got a 0 out of 10. We don't know a great deal about this. Once you start getting more information, you actually get a board where you can start dragging stuff around. And Agir's dossier, likewise. We don't know enough about that. But what we can do... Wait, we just don't have enough intel? That is a surprise, but okay. Let's go to the map then, seeing as that's all we can do. So it's hour 0 of day 0. We're getting $40 every. In fact, no, I don't want to do that just yet. We want the workshop. Another important thing that you have to pay attention to, and it's good to know all this stuff right at the start. There is a lot of different things that we can research. The Forger facility will allow us to redo someone's identity if they get compromised. Not necessary just yet, but there are plenty of other worthwhile things. Recon equipment, unlocking the tactical recon job is what I'm going to start with. I don't know the best order to do these, but seeing as they just take time and money, and we've got money, there's no reason to waste the time. We need to scout Middle Eastern ports, Port Said, Kuwait, and Muscat. Port Said, we will send Deadpan. Kuwait, we will send Duran. And Muscat, we will send Canaster. And those will tick along until they get there. Oh wow, we've already found him. Okay, so finding him has given us intel for the dossier, which we're going to immediately click through to. So we can actually now get someone on the analytics? No. Why can we not? We should have enough intel. That's weird. Probably got to tail him back to his operations, actually. It was very different for the Russians. So, It's going to take 3 agents to tail him. Let's take Fortress and Dweller as well. They're going to fly in. So actually, you can just go back to base, Durand. Periodically, things will appear on the map that are worth investigating. So I'm going to leave Canasta over there because it's a closer staging ground. Okay, recon equipment unlocks the tactical recon job, allowing us to gain a tactical advantage during missions. Now, in order to do a tactical recon mission, you have to get to the enemy's target on the map in time, because it takes about 12 hours to do a proper recce of an area. I'm going to go back to the facility so we can get the next bit going. In this case, I want... Let's get the Forger facility in place now, actually. That's going to allow us to customize our characters, which is almost certainly going to be worth it. In the meantime, we are just kicking off a bit of time. There's still half of this left. Enemy agent sawdust in the area. Okay, and we have lockpicks. In fact, I should probably give those to Durand. Durand, take a frag, take the lockpicks. Necros, take a flashbang. Take a first aid kit. I kind of wish I'd given more to... Oh, we can just do that while they're out in the field. Well, that's handy. I suppose it doesn't take much to ship these bits and bobs out, does it? Okay, we're nearly done with the tailing. Okay. Agria drove for several hours, crossed the border into Syria unhindered. The border patrol must have been paid off. Our agent finally tracked him to a ruined public library in a Syrian ghost town, where he set up camp. Okay, so 3 more bits of intel for the dossier. So 5 out of 8 has been identified for that. And we can finally assign someone to actually work on the board. Okay, so Necro, you're going to be working on the investigation board. You can just tick along quite happily doing that. And she's going to find bits, and then that'll allow us to try and make links between the various items. In the meantime, we need to stake out the Aleppo cell. Okay, so there's a suspicious activity bit going on there. We're going to send Canasta. Over here, we need 4 agents to stake out the cell. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all going to fly in, and we can get that started right now. Okay, we have the Forger facility ready. We're not actually going to do any customization just yet, but it does give you the freedom to change their face, change their body type, hair, blah blah blah. In addition to that, buying a new identity for them is what removes the heat. But we can get them working on creating cash for the business. Do we want to make anything else? Can make flashbangs. Flashbangs are okay, but no, I think just having you investigating is going to be the best. 37% through your current investigation on the board. So we'll carry on with this. Very nearly at Baku as well. Okay, there was nothing in Baku when we got there, but there is something else over there. So let's send Knaset. It's going to take more than an hour to get in. And there's a lot of this in the game, like flying over the world to check various things out. Alright, there's no enemies here, but we have a potential hideout candidate in Karachi. So that's good to remember for the future. Oh, yeah, you're never going to get back in time. We'll probably leave that suspicious activity alone. You know what, get yourself back to base. Okay, now these guys are getting experience by doing these little tiny missions. So we've revealed an enemy job. Enemy base surveillance cycle completed. And we have a conversation transcript from staking out the place. I won't follow the man on plane, cut me some slack. Okay. Project Iceberg again. Okay. So that's the conversation transcript. Ah, right. We've researched enough that we can have a look at this dossier properly and see what's in there. And try linking the bits together. So, the Chilean reps don't link to anything. It looks like nothing's really linking to anything. So we're going to need more intel in order to make head or tail of this. I'm pretty certain I've gone around everything. No, that one is a bust. And this one we don't actually have any intel for it. So, well, that's a bit worthless. Okay, we can optimize the printing press within the forgery to allow us to print more cash. We're not actually printing cash at the moment, so that's not really worth it. Analytics expansion probably is worth it. An additional slot, even if we're not using it. Or an infirmary expansion. Given we're about to go into a big-ass mission, I think we'll do that. So, back to the main board. While we're investigating that transcript, we can still have a look at suspicious activity and things. We'll send Deadpan along here. And we've got other people we can send to literally just left the area. Okay. There is an informer in the area. Okay, that's kind of cool. 1 day, 1 hour until the informer reveals a secret. I don't know if we have to stay here until then. Ooh, there's an enemy recon going on. So we can try and interrupt the operation. We got there in time. That's great. Or we can do our own tactical recon, or we can assault. We're going to have to do Durandan Dweller to try and interrupt this op. And I think that's probably going to be a good point to finish this episode off. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this start of Phantom Doctrine. We are going to, of course, be carrying on and moving straight on into the next mission. But I'm going to take the opportunity to save the game and stuff. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you have any comments or have any advice, this game is brand spanking new, so I'm always willing to hear it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Phantom Doctrine. See you soon.